everyone, welcome back to Ask Robyn. I'm Erin, the founder of the Parents Hub and a mum of 4, and this is Robyn from Play Move Improve. We're so excited to be back, and we are doing the second half of last week's episode, and I thought it might be interesting to add to the question about high arousal parents, because I can identify as one, and how to deal with a meltdown, either you're having your own meltdown or your child's meltdown, because I'm finding that a hard thing to navigate at the moment. Keeping in mind the fact that I'm a woman and I'm a hormonal woman as well, you know. So I'd love to get your feedback. So let's just think of a scenario. We'll share a scenario, and I'd love to hear some suggestions of what you'd say to do. So the other night I was doing dinner on my own with my 4 children. I have my youngest we'll round her up to 1.5, and she was having a full-blown meltdown. I'm just sitting wanting to have my dinner, and I was feeling really triggered, and so I started to just yell and scream and crack the shits. What would you suggest for me and managing that scenario?
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because I have 3 kids, and I have my therapy hat, and then I have my mum hat. And in the ideal world, we'd take 10 deep breaths. No, we wouldn't.
But we spoke about that in the last time.
It's tricky because how I sort of deal with anyone's behaviour. We have red zone behaviour, which is us ranting and yelling. Trust me, I do that too. We have our yellow zone behaviour, where we're feeling agitated, but we can still sort of manage our response, right? And then we have green behaviour. It's really important that we sort of see where we all fit, and know that just don't have any shame on yourself. Like, we're all going to hit a sense of this is too much and I cannot cope right now.
Yeah.
When I sort of hit red zone, once you hit red zone, there's actually not much you can do, because once what you call, Daniel Siegel, I can tag him if you need help. He says flipping your lid. So once you get so frustrated, stressed, anxious, you flip your lid, and the front part of your brain, called the prefrontal cortex, it actually switches off. So it can't plan your response. In that red zone, you can't go, I need to breathe right now, or I need to go get an icy cold drink. Unfortunately, once that lid's flipped, you're both red, right? And so it's trying to, once that diffuses, it's how we can get into that yellow zone and go, okay, I've done that. I've apologized to the kids. I'm reconnecting, but I always reconnect with something sensory. Because our brain is a real sensory brain. The brain stem takes in sensory information. So my strategy, because I know I'm high arousal, is I've done my yell, I've done my rant, apologise to all the kids. Sorry, mum's done it again. I go straight. That's right, isn't it? Mum's done it again.
Yeah.
Straight to the sink.
Yeah.
I head straight to the sink and I do dishes. And I'm not doing dishes frustrated. I'm doing dishes mindfully, because
I can already think that this will help me.
Yeah, right. You go to the sink, you put your hands in the water. What does the water feel like? Is it cold? Is it warm? What smell is the fragrant of the dishwashing liquid? Is it fruity? Is it citrusy? What dishes have I got in here? I can feel a plastic plate. I can feel a butter knife. I can feel a mug. You do what's called a senses check at the sink. Okay. The good part about having kids is if my kids then come for round 2 and try and go me again, because that's what kids do, right? My kids come again for round 2, my hands are already in the sink, I'm already calming my sensory system down. I offer, you've come over to help me with the dishes.
Okay.
They'll bolt.
Invitation for them.
You've got invitation for them to help you, but most likely invitation for them to go, I'm out, I'm not doing the dishes. Yeah. So as they go away, because you've come and do the dishes if you like, you just get that extra couple of minutes to just stay there a little bit longer.
What about a ranty, nearly 2-year-old, 1.5?
Yeah, and that's the tricky part, right? They come back to you to reconnect because they haven't sort of understood what's happening.
They want you,
and they pull at you, right? Yeah. So what we do in that moment is I'd actually take you both to the floor. Both of you come down to the floor, because when we snuggle in this position, we're actually stimulating a nerve called our vagus nerve. And when we're in fetal position, we're giving our own vagus nerve a cuddle. When we bring toddler in, we're giving the toddler's vagus nerve a cuddle. And we're actually self-soothing each other. It's called co-regulating. Yeah. So when we come down to the ground together, you're soothing both of you together. If you could, in that moment, go, hey, Google, play a 60-beat lullaby. That would be amazing. And it can. Google and Alexa can. Hey, Google, play my family's favourite playlist. And it can. I'd bring music probably in at that point, because that's going to settle you all. It's trying to remember that it's very normal, hate that word, very normal to flip your lid.
Yeah.
Very normal to have these experiences. It's go back into sensory. What calms you? For some people, it's baking. Great, get out the baking, go for your baking. Some people, it's dancing silly in the kitchen. For me, it's water based. It's got to have something to do with I'm drinking icy cold water, or my hands are in water. It's trying to go what settles you. And the reason I got this ball is I always want to try and make sure my window of tolerance is as full as I possibly can. So I know that I'm a high arousal person, and I know that from my own background, I'm very quick to flip. Yeah. Because that's the background I had. So I need to make sure that this window of tolerance stays really big, and I try and reduce any activity that's going to make it reduce. And if I know that I have to do paperwork for my business, or I have to do the cleaning and it's going to reduce my window of tolerance, then I've got to do what brings my window of tolerance back. And I go back to what I used to love when I was a kid, every ball activity. We play down ball, we go out and play basketball. I just throw this ball at a wall if I have to, because I know that a ball activity for me instantly brings me back mind and body feeling connected. So always having a ball. There's a ball constantly in my house somewhere that I could quickly go and get to the ball. Some of you, it might be sewing, crafting, dancing, cooking. What brings you into connection with yourself, and you've done it since you're a kid, what brings you back? Because it's our time to come back to what connects my mind and my body. And we all have to do it from time to time.
And I think too, saying those things, I can already imagine that there are, but I don't have times coming up. But it's the discussions we have are the longevity and the overall experience of your parenting and your child's childhood. So just be mindful of making time for things like that.
I always look at, like, if I can keep the child and my window of tolerance here, because I've already done, we've had some sensory play, we've had some music together, we've had a big hug, we've talked about our feelings and our frustrations. Our window's open. Then I've actually made the meltdown less 10 minutes from now, an hour from now. Because I've kept their window open for as long as I can. Or if I've ignored that because I don't have time to keep their window open, well, then their window over the course of the day is just going to get smaller and smaller. They're going to get hungry, they're going to get tired, they're going to get overstimulated. And so you're going to deal with a meltdown anyway. So I'd rather put in the effort, keep their window of tolerance as open as possible, get them all the sensory play that they love, and then the meltdown, I believe, is easier. And I just want to add to what you said was the apology. You know, and I have this conversation a lot at the hub when we're talking about meltdowns, and I'm mindful of the fact that majority of the parents, if not all of them, say, and I apologized. And that is going to change our generation incoming in and of itself, and because our generation didn't get that. So just be mindful too, and give yourself grace, because you're doing a great job, and that apology means more than you know. So I just had to add that. Absolutely. And just to know, like, my kids now find it, oh, mum's done it again. It gives them permission that they will do it again. Because we're not always going to stay happy and laughing and
it's
joking.
Impossible.
Yeah, right. We're human. We're going to go in these emotional roller coasters. It's how we feel it. It's how we cope with it. And it's, like my family now joke, oh, mum's flipped her lid again. Yeah, mum did it. But, you know, it's also reminding them that mum's brain did that. Your brain did that. Your nervous system did that. Take yourself as an identity out of it, because we don't want us to feel like we're bad people because we ranted at our children. We've connected again. You reconnect, you regroup, and definitely sensory play. For all of us need more sensory play.
Awesome. Thanks, Robyn.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.